Hi, my name's James. I'm the director of Queen Street Studio. I wanted to make a video message to tell you about our visual arts residency program that's currently open in the hope that you might feel inspired to submit an application. Also wanted an opportunity to explain why this residency is significantly different from past visual arts residencies that we used to run at Fraser Studios. Um, Basically, Fraser Studio residency program ran for 3.5 years and involved around about 149 visual artists on 3 or 6 month residencies. Due to the building, those residencies actually were quite removed from the public. People were able to work by themselves in isolation if they wanted to. Um, that was mainly to do with the DA of the building, which meant that we weren't allowed to actually take any public upstairs to where those residencies were, apart from the 3 monthly or quarterly open days that we used to run. However, that venue is now closed, and after 11 months of looking for new venues, we found one in Surrey Hills on Campbell Street. Now that DA is actually a retail DA, which is different from Fraser's. It also sits in a precinct that's a very popular retail precinct in Surrey Hills on Crown Street, and it's also connected very closely with a awesome vintage store called Zoo Emporium. We actually have taken the basement of Zoo Emporium, 120 square metres. The idea is that we've actually taken that for 3 years. It's a commercial lease. So for the first year, we're actually piloting a residency program in that location. Those residencies run for 6 months and offer six visual artists 6 months of free space in that property. The reason why our descriptions talk about it being a retail workspace, gallery space hybrid is because very interested in seeing whether we will be able to create some kind of concept gallery, or more importantly, a very unique art space in which the public are able to engage with your practice. And that means that the space is open to the public, that the public can come down and actually watch you work, engage with you in a conversation about what you're doing, and hopefully form a relationship with you, whether that ends up being a patron, a audience member, or a customer. The hope is that this would open up new avenues for visual artists. I know that the idea of retail is a bit of a bad word, a bit of a scary word, and by no means would the selections be based upon what products would sell. And we certainly aren't looking for craftspersons who create 5 million pencil cases and that's what they're selling. It's not a marketplace, it's a visual arts practice place which just happens to be in a public space. And the concept of it being an immersive environment talks more about creating adventure and adventure for the audience, so that they're more inclined to feel that this space is accessible to them. Feeling as if the white sterile box of a gallery may not be accessible to all people. This is a little bit more irreverent, a little bit more exciting, experimental. The hope is that the artists in the space feel like that they can change and transform that space over the course of 6 months, so that audiences will keep feeling like they can come down and have a look at what the artists are doing, and also watching the space transform around them as well. So if this grabs you, we'd really love to hear from you. This is an experiment. It may totally fail. If it fails, we've got another 2 years and we can try something new. But I feel like in the area we have an opportunity that we can't miss, and that's the foot traffic that walks past and people who are looking for new experiences and wanting to engage with arts practice. We can provide them with this through this program, but again, it requires visual artists to take maybe a different approach to their practice and enjoy this experience, to be able to have form relationships with strangers who walk into the gallery or art space. Um, we'd love to hear from you. The application's closed June 7. The application's quite simple, but we'd like you to tell us how you think you would be able to engage the public through the transformation of space into your practice. We look forward to hearing from you, and hopefully this idea rocks. We'll try it out anyway. Okay, thanks, bye.